Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone today?
How are you all doing?
Oh, our camera is sleepy. Where is it?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey Rabbit, how's it going?
Oh, Stan, you had a really good day. I'm glad. Tell us about it. Tell us all about it now. I'm trying to find where I drew these waves. Where did I draw these waves? Here they are. Oh, my tea is far too hot for human consumption. Which is a shame.
I got it.
For now on waves will be things emphasizing. You get the basic form down.
Wow, the webcam picking up the snow outside is super blue.
Yeah. It's just its light, I think. I know, because it was the same yesterday.
Yeah.
So, Stanley did an 8-hour stream
Holy shit, dude.
where they finished the flat colour and the animation before playing Paper Mario.
That's super cool.
That's awesome, you did the flat colours. Oh man! How does it look? So, Tip says, how are you all?
I'm doing okay. I was up too late last night, so I found it difficult to get up this morning, which was not cool.
I went to bed earlier than I usually would yesterday and feel a bit bad for it. Still feel like I could do with more sleep, but you know, it's fine.
Swifty, what is the website you use for gestures? Is
Quick poses.
it Quick Poses? Cool.
Or sometimes Sketch Daily. Maybe these waves should be on a delay. Because I've got everything going big at the same time. It might be cool for them to be on a delay, but I should just take them off this frame. I don't know, it's difficult.
Oh, I've still got that brush on. That's cool.
Get the brush on. It's probably faster for me just to do this than to put it out bit by bit. You threw it up in Discord. Ooh, okay, right, I'm gonna go have a look. 1 sec. Let me just draw this wave. Draw that sea spray. In an ocean cave, 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 in an ocean cave.
What?
In an ocean cave.
What? What's going on?
I was like, I recognise this tune, and then I realised that I was stealing it from Remember Me.
Oh, okay.
Remember me, do 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 do. Remember me. I was like, this is something I've heard before, I'm sure. Ooh, I did a study of a bird flying. I'm checking feedback and I wanted to show you guys because it's awesome.
Ooh, that's
It
really
does
cool.
have full motion. And here is Stanley's with the colour. It's a shame it compressed the colour but in the background, but the flats of the character look great. Yeah!
Oh wow, cool.
I'm interested to see how you're going to do this glow of light or whatever it is
Yeah.
that she's following. If you want any help with the compositing or After Effects or anything, we can tell you how we normally do glows. But yeah, flat colours. How does it feel starting to get so far along with something? Jonathan's stuff is looking so cool as well. Oh man, I love the way he's doing the backgrounds on this. Damn! Such good stuff.
I'm gonna have a look later. Sounds really cool.
Remember to save. Thank you, Trash Block. And how are you doing, Tips? Yeah, finishing things is a uniquely awesome feeling.
Yeah, you can't really compare it to the trenches of trying to get something done. Finishing it's great.
Especially when it's a nice big project. Oh my god, Mike!
What?
What the F is happening?
Whoa. Okay.
Look, I know you like the webcam.
Oh jeez.
But I think that maybe it needs more sleep.
Wow.
It's a disco party now. We're gonna get down on the floor. Everybody do the glitch.
That was weird. Wonder what caused that.
I'm not sure. Maybe there's some kind of ghost thing happening outside. And we're tapping into the paranormal wavelengths. That's awesome, Tips. I will be doing something similar today after the stream. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of figure drawing myself and see if I can get some male anatomy practice.
Yeah, I want to do more figure studies, which is why I'm doing some gestures to warm up this morning.
I need to do some actual study, so like not just gestures, but
Like some,
actually
yeah.
looking at how people are put together. So I might do some longer poses and try and put the muscles on things.
Oh gosh, longer poses.
Yeah.
How will you cope with that?
I don't know. If I've got something to occupy me, like trying to put muscles on something, then I might be okay.
India's the kind of person that goes to life drawing and gets a long pose and ends up drawing all the people drawing the model after she's finished finished the model drawing.
Or I just end up with like 3 or 4 drawings of a model instead. I get to about 5 minutes and I'm not sure what to do after that.
Like it's there. There they are.
Anything I do makes my drawing worse after that. What about you? Do you enjoy longer?
I think with charcoal, my limit's about 10 minutes. Depending on what I'm drawing though, because if you just got like a straight standing figure or something, then it's shorter times. But if it's something that's interesting to draw, then it holds my attention longer. Which seems obvious when I say it out loud, but you know when you have like a model that can twist and maybe they've got some foreshortening on there,
Masaki Tanaka. What characters has he designed? Tips. I'm not familiar with his name. Yeah, so I think that this should burst forward without these waves, and these waves should happen afterwards. You can always retime it. I'm just trying to think how best to do it. Okay, well, I'm going to try putting these waves on a separate drawing maybe. That might be give me the most flexibility. Are you coming with me, waves?
Masaki Tanaka, he did the initial designs for Your Name but wasn't able to work through the whole production as he had to work on Anthem of the Heart. But he also did designs for Toradora and the currently airing Darling in the Franxx, as well as many other series.
Wow, he sounds like he is up there in terms of skill level, for sure. Sounds like he's in demand.
Yeah, if you have to get taken off a show because
you're working on another. Yeah, pretty impressive.
It's like, hey, you're fired, but you're hired here. Oh, you're fired again because you're too good.
I don't think it's about firing. I think it's like him saying, sorry guys, I can't stick around. I have this other job which I've taken on.
Yeah.
It's hard to think about how this would work. I think I need it in between that and that. For these, yeah. Cool. Also, I've been meaning to ask, what's this series I've heard about called Panty and Stocking?
Oh, I don't know that one.
I keep seeing art of it on Twitter, and the characters for that look really cool. But I haven't really heard. I've heard a little bit about it from people in the peg bar, but not a whole bunch. But I haven't watched it, and it sounds, well, it looks pretty interesting. Basically, the designs are like, oh, this looks cool. What is this?
What is this?
What is it?
Do you know, Tibbs?
I bet Tibbs knows. I think Tibbs was probably one of the people talking about it in the peg bar.
K-Poser seems to be giving me a lot of people who are in the air or like arced over backwards.
Maybe trying to tell you that you should do that more.
Maybe.
go into the air and arc backwards.
Oh, like me myself, rather than that's what I should be studying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you need that for Raven King.
That's true, yeah.
And it's like, I know you need this.
I give you the tools. Quit complaining. Yeah, fair enough. I really like this one edge brush where you're trying to find muscle forms in few strokes. It's got a nice feel to it.
That's cool.
You know what I might give myself? Let's pause this. So what I'm going to do is give myself a new layer. Fill that with black. Actually, let's just do it on a gradient. There we go.
What are you up to?
I'm just creating myself a layer that I can color pick from, so that if I need something that's lighter or something darker, I don't have to keep going to the color window. I mean, I could set my color thing to be grayscale slider, but it's still not grayscale. I could have done that. I should have done that. But
I'm sure you're not doing good job tips. It's a shame if that's so, because Trigger's known for doing such good work. This is what counts as water splashing, I believe. The episodes that Trigger have handled have generally been far less expressive with slightly better battle scenes. Okay.
okay, so they're not really hitting the kind of subtlety of what the other studios are doing.
It's so interesting how different studios are best at different things, you know?
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of different people working at them, I guess certain studios attract people with certain skill sets.
Yeah. So they've got more overlapping skills in action, animation. Maybe they should put a call out for solid animation animators, and then they could have it all.
Maybe. I guess the problem is that if they are doing good battle scenes right now, not so much expressive animation, the people who want to do expressive animation are going to be looking for jobs with A1 rather than with Trigger anyway.
That's true, yeah. Also, if they aren't doing as much sort of animation just in general, the people that are good at it won't get enough practice day to day.
Thank you, Rabbit. Rabbit's linked some videos in the resources.
Oh, sweet dude.
Yes. Was thinking about the story in a different way than I am now. How so?
Link the videos talking about the animation resources if anyone's curious. So far, they're really helpful. I think my story with Lee is going to be much stronger because of it. That's really cool. Lord knows I can use more story advice.
Morning, Hardic. Yes, could always do more story advice. Stories is so difficult.
Story is king.
And they roll with an iron fist. Oh, I'm starstruck. You are my lucky star. I saw you fall apart. It probably means, if I'm singing that, it probably means it's about time that I watch Singing in the Rain then.
Sing.
Just sing in the rain.
Is that the film that has dignity, always dignity?
Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Dignity. Always dignity. It's my catchphrase. What people think when they see me.
Yeah. So that was the first word that came to my mind when I first met you.
Really? What did you think when you first met me?
I was infatuated when I first met you. Like, you were wearing this white shirt with a like black bluish jumper and your raptor heels, as you called them, and you looked a little bit disheveled and a little bit nervous. And
No, disheveled. I tried so hard not to. I tried so hard. I'd just come from teaching.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You were adorable, and the first thing you did was give me a hug, and that was awesome.
Oh. That's much nicer than what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know, I just didn't think that... I thought you'd be like, oh god, no. Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened? What have I done? Who is this person? She's not what I expected.
You were exactly what I expected. Because we've been talking for as long as we have been.
Yeah, I know, but I guess I was nervous. Because we hadn't really done face-to-face stuff. We'd only talked, so I was worried that you might be put off by my face.
Put off by your face-to-face.
By my face.
It's okay, you got cats in your face.
Cats in your face. Ooh, it's Frank's really good. I will have a look. I'll look at episodes 3 and 4 and see if I can see the difference. Oh yeah! I need to catch up with Violet Evergarden. I think I'm like a week behind. Just because last week was like, oh, we're going to go to the festival.
Yeah. Cool, so you got at least 2 episodes to watch for that now.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
Gonna learn about the meaning of them words.
What does it mean when you say, I whoop you?
I love you. I love you the right way.
They're like when you grow a cat the wrong way and give them like a mohawk. And they're like, nah!
Yeah.
Human!
Human?
And you're like, but what are you gonna do? You can't fix it yourself. That's why you need me. It's good to remind them every now and then. why they have a human.
Gotta remind them who can mohawk them, right?
Yes. Remind them who can fix the mohawk.
The bringer and taker of mohawks. Some cats like it though.
Mohawk.
Yeah. Like when you kind of grow up the back of their neck and then rub there. I'd say Charlie likes it, but I think he just doesn't care.
Yeah, probably. Ha! Wow, that's not how you do water at all.
You're not doing water?
Nope. Wow, yeah, no. Not even a little bit. Not even. So like I broke the animation because it was fine before and now it's awful. Yay! That's okay though. I will fix it somehow.
What's broken about it?
Oh. Well, my water happens way too quickly because water takes time. So I'll just... The thing is, it goes off screen, but I wasn't sure how to have it go off screen. So...
See, so it should be heavy and therefore slow ups.
Yeah, but this is too fast. Like the camera is whipping up and leaving the water behind.
Right, okay. Gotcha. Slow the camera down?
If I slow the camera down, I can't do the whip pan up.
Okay.
Which is important.
Yeah.
So I think I just need to find a way to make it work.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Oh. Damn it. I mean, I could just reload it. But I think I saved it recently, actually. Did I save it recently? Let me try. Yeah, I was into it, unfortunately. So, that happened. Okay.
Tibbs says if you wanted, you could send her the frames or board and she could do a very rough pass to help me figure it out.
Thanks very much, Tibbs. I will see if I can restore it to it was previously. And then probably after a stream, if you're up for it, I will ask your sage advice on how to fix it. Well, I'm trying, at least.
Learning's hard.
Learning is hard. It looked okay before, I just wanted to push it. And in pushing it, I kind of broke it.
Did you reach too close to the sun?
I don't know what I did. Like I tried to delay it because that's what would happen if it would get delayed. You know, it would get delayed though. So maybe I just like effing work it out. want to be like, oh well, it looks better before, so I guess I'll just put it back even though it didn't make any sense. I want it to make sense and be cool. So maybe I'll just try this and I'll work it out. See if I can figure out how to do this thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. Nope.
I mean, if you want to have the whip pan, is it possible to delay the whip pan and then have it go as fast, and then you can have the water on screen for longer to anticipate the pan?
Well, the point is that the water's meant to be erupting upwards, and then the camera looks up with it.
Yeah.
So unless I have the water erupt slowly and then we don't whip pan till after the movement's happened.
Well, it wouldn't be after the movement. It would just like give you a little bit more room to emote with the water.
If you look at my hands, I'll show you what it's doing. So this is online. This is the camera.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
So I either make that go slower,
and
then turn it up.
Right. Okay. Or
I have it hold on the motion of the waves and then look up.
Yeah. I mean,
but either way, this is what I'm going for.
Yeah. I think that looking down and then it goes past, then it's like reacting.
I wanted it to go along the water though as it's going up, so I could get the water rushing past the camera. Like you're not sure what's happening. For a second it's just water, 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 and then you're like, oh, it's forming into a lady. Rather than you look up after and see that she's a lady. I want to show it forming into her more.
Yeah. I mean, you could still show it forming into her, like just if you need a couple frames to allow that first spray, and then it's like the cameraman was looking down and then they're like, oh shit, and then the time they take to react, but then look up and then she's forming into the lady.
Yes.
Because the water is going to be a volume that is exploding upward, but there's going to be more volume if you want to have the motion of the water, because that's still going to be going up, because it's an unnatural splash.
I know the water will be going up, but I wanted the camera to be tilting at that point, already looking up.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Miyazaki tends to do those camera moves where it's like, oh, and then it looks.
Right.
Like implying that there's a cameraman. I think he tends to err on the side of there being no cameraman.
Right, okay.
If you know what I mean. Like he doesn't often do the kind of camera reactions where it implies that someone's manning the camera.
Right, okay. Okay.
I think because he's trying to keep you more in the feeling of him just showing you this fantasy world without
feeling like you're being directed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waves in Spanish. I'm waving back in Irish. It's okay. I'll just figure this out. Figure it out frame by frame. That's what I'll do. You know, it might take a lot of time and a wiggling, but if I can get it to work, it will be worth it. This is just a struggle. I just have to keep hitting the nail, right? And then eventually it'll go in.
What's up, Rolando?
That was definitely a plea.
How experienced am I in actual human heads?
Actual human heads. It's a funny way to put it.
Yeah, like drawing heads. I'm okay. I'm not great at it. How come?
So it says the movement is far more important than any one frame. That's really good advice, Tibbs. Thank you. Alright, I'll try not to focus on one frame.
You gotta be rolling with them waves.
Yeah, which is what I was gonna do. I was gonna try and focus on the drawings, but Tibbs is right, it's the movement that's important. So let me roll more.
Get your roll on.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be more like deodorant and less like fly paper.
Gotta get my roller skates on.
Orlando, you're kind of leaving me hanging here. Where does your question have a second part?
So I'm sorry, Wade, I really liked you, but I'm actually just going to delete you because I think that the fact that I like the drawings is blinding me a bit to making good new drawings.
He said, "This! I can't head. I forgot how to head."
Start with a circle, then dots for eyes! Dots for eyes!
Did it. If you want to get advanced, add a smile.
It's too advanced, too fast.
Too fast. Okay, remove the smile. No smiles. Only frowns. They see me rolling, they flipping. They draw clean and I'm here drawing dirty. It's drawing dirty.
That's pretty good. I like it.
I'm guessing that's pretty good was the Tibbs actually coming up with it and not my rendition of it.
Yeah, no, not your rendition. So it wasn't bad, Mike, it really wasn't.
Thank you.
See me rolling.
Can we have that as a I want it.
Ringtone?
I don't know, yeah. Where'd my time run go? I thought that would trigger you.
Sorry, I was reading what Rabbit was saying.
Time to look at an outline for my story for a while and make a couple edits, then forget about the story outline for a few months. Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah.
No! That's me doing it wrong, not you, Rabbit.
India's Caravan Palace remix.
That would be awesome. I love Caravan Palace.
That's the name of the band, isn't it, rather than the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benderbox says, hey, do you have other projects you're working on, India? Maybe working on that could be more productive than an actual break. At least what I end up doing. Also, not taking an actual break is bad.
I'm not sure what he's referring to. Maybe because I read the Rabbit's thing of like forget about the story outline for a few months. I don't know. India needs a break.
I need a break. I haven't had a break in years. Even when I go other places, I'm still looking. Take my work with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
Yep.
I do have other projects I'm working on. I have too many other projects I'm working on. I'll give you guys a rundown, but I think that would actually just be me ranting. so just I have a lot of other projects, which is good. Very good. It can be a bit frustrating because sometimes I feel like I'm not finishing things. But in actual fact, it's just that the priorities for each project keep changing depending on who I'm doing them for and what's going on with me at the minute.
Yeah.
Which means that some of them get left by the wayside for a while, and then I'm like, oh god, no, I'm never finishing this. So it's disheartening. But it's good to have lots of stuff to work on. In reference to the water effect thing not sticking, I'm still not completely sure what you mean. I think maybe I missed something earlier in the conversation that you said.
And maybe he's saying, like, if you're struggling with the water effects now, do another project and come back to it until you figured it out.
But no, I will figure it out now! I mean, that's quite a good idea. But I'm like, oh, this project is meant to frustrate and push me. So me not being able to do it isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means I'm learning. And I don't think I'll be able to learn other than doing it, or at least doing different water animation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the only way to learn water animation really is to try it.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, she started on this shot, did the boards for it, and then she did a water test as well. So it's been a kind of like back and forth.
Oh man, it's been such a back and forth. I did the boards. I started trying to animate it. I realised I couldn't do it. I did a water test. I came back to it. I did it again. I realised I couldn't do it and deleted it all and restarted. I'm doing it again now. Third time's a charm, right? I'm determined to try and push through with it. Doig's a great translator. Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Translating the masses.
Yes, talking about stories is a great way to figure things out.
Yeah, like if you have to say it out loud and you have to communicate to someone and you can just watch their expression go, wow.
Yeah.
Then you know that there's something that it's weird how you can make logical leaps between connecting two things and then you tell someone else and they're like, how is that linked to that? And you're like, because it's missing.
Yeah, like it's amazing the connections your brain can make, and then you try to explain it to someone and you're like, oh wait. And yeah, that expression when you can see that you're losing someone is so useful. I'm definitely someone who figures things out by talking. Like, Mike is my sounding board, and often I just need to hear myself say it out loud and see his reaction to know if it's working or not, so I often try story things on mic to see if they are working or not. Really helpful.
I try.
Great.
Oh, Tibbs is breaking down her process for the wave animation she did.
Awesome.
I think this is a good insight into like breaking something down and analyzing like the component parts of it, and then animating each of those so it builds up to a more complete whole. I think maybe you work in a way where you draw the whole frame.
Yeah, I feel like I often work drawing first.
Like you try and figure everything out and then move to the next frame, try and figure everything out and move everything.
No, not necessarily. Like, I can animate pretty rough and fast, but I definitely think in drawings rather than movements, which sometimes works. In character animation that goes a long way because expressions are super important and body language and posing is super important, but in effects it's like Tiff said, it's much more about the movement, and that's something that I guess I struggle with, because I'm struggling with it now. So I can know how I want the movement to look, I'm just not sure how to achieve that look.
You're not sure how to describe it.
So just trial and error.
Thanks, Hardik.
Yeah. Oh man, I keep grabbing that back and then, yeah. Okay. I hate when the lines like that. There we go. So I want the camera to, maybe the camera needs to be moving here. So I start pulling it back here. This is why I wish I did do it on an extra frame. Because right now it's like impossible to move it without grabbing everything else. Like it's hard wanting something to go up when you know the camera's pulling down. Like how do I, if this is going up but the camera is also moving up, so the camera's going to be pulling it down in frame.
Are you animating it and the camera at the same time? Like,
I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean I have a camera layer that I'm animating?
Like,
or do you mean I'm animating it in the drawing?
Yeah, are you animating the camera move in the drawing?
Yes.
Okay, maybe not then. Maybe I don't
I mean,
know.
that's how Ghibli does it.
Okay.
Sometimes. in this shot in Konyo that I'm basing on, I believe they just animated it. If someone knows otherwise, let me know.
You know what, you put a drawing into the feedback place the other day and I was like, I want to paint something like that. So I'm gonna actually just look at that and see if I can do something Bear Lady-esque inspired by it.
Who?
Guess you put it as this drawing here.
Oh, that wasn't in the feedback place. That was me showing you inspiration. Oh, sorry, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry. I thought, for some reason, I was showing you inspiration for Glim via private messages, which is what I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I get so confused.
So I want to do something like that.
Yeah, Rabbit, that could be a good idea, to rewrite it from scratch. Because you can just see what you remember as being the important details, and then see what you cut out afterwards. I'm finding it actually quite hard to see what's going on. But because of the different colours I've chosen, I've changed them all to black so I can see it better. Okay. Don't want this, it is confusing.
Yeah, if you can look over, give an overview of your story outline and hit the broad strokes of it without including too much of the minutiae of like scenes or anything like that, you can kind of get a better handle on the main arc of your story. I'm still struggling with getting mine to make sense because I have a lot of like ideas that I know that I want to happen, but it's trying to break away from that and figuring out what's the core kind of progression for the character, what do they have to learn, what is the ending, how to create a satisfying ending, and how that relates to the beginning. It's tough.
It's real hard.
Hardick says they discovered a perspective view in Tomb Room today. It basically gives you a dynamic floor plane which you can rotate on, but you can only draw on a couple of front angles.
Yeah.
But it's kind of useful, he said.
Yeah, it's very much like the Storyboard Pro 3D plane. Kind of circumstantially useful. It's really useful if you're constructing Z-depth. Then it's great.
Tib says that she okay, one thing Rabbit says that they're a little hesitant to or apprehensive to post their redone outline. Feel free if the number of people like we're apprehensive about sharing too much of the stories we're working on because once you give the whole thing away, it's tough to like go back, you know. But if you want any advice on it, I'm sure either of us could have a look over. India's got a better story sense than I do.
That's not true.
I think you're better at like seeing the thing as a whole than I am, for sure.
Part of me wishes that we could just share like all of Glim or our entire story to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just know that some people like are not gonna want to be spoiled on it.
It'd be good if there was like spoiler tags on Patreon where you can be like, I guess there are, like.
Yeah. I mean, even then though, like, with it just being right there for them to look at.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to resist, I don't think.
If you're waiting for book 2.
But at least with Witch of the West is kind of a side thing this month. I can show people explicitly all of the stuff behind that, like the complete planning and spoilers and stuff.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
the problem with Girl in the Glim is because there's already book 1 out.
Yeah, so people have already invested in it. I don't know, we could always add a tier to the Patreon. Spoiler tier.
But yeah, don't worry, Rabbit, we will, like, I'm sure loads of people there would be totally happy to help you out. Oh, Tibbs, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad it's good, or it's been in some way helpful. The fractal nature of stories is so just fascinating.
You love that aspect of it.
Yeah, you can just keep going. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever, and everything. Every little thing, every tiny little movement, every moment, like, has its own story, which is awesome.
I mean, everything that you make has a story inherent to it, and the enjoyment that can come out of any experience can kind of be like equated to those steps. Like if someone's just telling you a story about their day, then if it adheres to like that structure and has the and because of that built in, it's going to be a more engaging story than if it was the and then this happened and oh, you'll never guess what, this thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, even with our Patreon posts, we try to use story structure now a little bit more. Like, thinking about it like that is massively complicated, so we don't completely, but we do things like we try to make the links between the and because of that's more explicit by having the next time on there now.
Yeah.
So you can use story structure in like everything. It's awesome.
Take care, Gecko.
Bye bye, Gecko.
I really like the sculptural feel of this brush. It's super nice. It's called One Edge, and I'm trying to remember where I got it from. Because it's just in a folder called brushes. I think I might have moved it from one thing to my main set a while ago. So just saying she might change her movie suggestion to Anthem of the Heart. Yeah, it might be good to watch something that I haven't seen before together. We should try and pick a time slot that Harriet can make.
Yeah. There's a document that you can input your movie suggestion into. I can link it to you.
If you want. Yeah, go for it.
If I what?
I was going to say if you check Trashbot Home, I think someone, maybe Grog, made a Trashbot command for it.
That's cool. Yeah. I was just looking for it. Found it. Oh, you found it. Just as I posted it.
So Doig, with your story, what medium are you going to try to convey in it? Medium?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, convey it in. I read that as convey it in it. It's going to be a comic.
Is it going to be digital?
Probably first off, yeah. I don't got the capital to print that shit.
Oh, I meant more, are you going to digitally paint it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's gonna. I want to give it some like painterliness, like the way I'm working here. I'm gonna try a comic, kind of a bit more like Frostbite, but I might. I want to get better figure drawings in there, so. I feel like I could be doing something more expressive with the legs here. I mean, the story and the idea for it actually came out of a game concept I had, but actually making the game is not a one-man endeavor. So I figured I would make the prologue as a comic. And it's kind of spiraled out of that.
I wonder how many people have made comics just because making an animation or a game is too much work.
Yeah, because it's one of those approachable ways of like telling a sequential story.
Yeah, it's like having a storyboard rather than an animation, but you have more flexibility with the way you present it in terms of the panel layouts and everything.
Yeah. Because that's Wyglyn's comic, right?
Yes, because I wanted it to be an animated series, but I couldn't make an animated series by myself without taking like 20 years or something, or at least like 5 years.
Yeah.
Of full-time work on it. So I thought I would tell it as a comic, and then if at some point in the future I want to make it into an animated thing, I basically have the story and everything planned out and a visual guide for it.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, like learning to try and make comics because they are entirely their own discipline.
There's a whole grammar and language to comic making that you don't get, as it's a different different ballpark than an animated frame, which usually doesn't change aspect ratio. I mean, sometimes you can black bar and things like that to create tension, but the comic page can be way more freeform.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of creativity you can have with them, and it's difficult and exciting to learn something new and to think of a way. Actually, I do think that maybe Ghibli is better suited to be a comic than an animated series, because there are certain things in it that I think will be difficult to show animation-wise.
Andrew says it's funny, you can always tell when an animator makes a comic, it's in their paneling.
Yeah, people always look at them and are like, are you an animator? I'm like, yes. Yes, is it really that obvious? Yes. It's nice, so I like it.
Yeah, you smile at that because it kind of, if people can tell you're an animator without knowing your work, then without seeing animated work, you're like, yes.
Also, I wanted for them to look like an animated show. So if people liken it to animation, then it makes me happy. It means that we've done what we were aiming to do with the colouring and everything.
Ah, that's interesting. So Bento says for his comic, he's thinking of doing the one panel page style, like Ava's Demon does.
Oh, interesting.
So then that would translate more to being an animation for sure.
Yeah, because you're working with certain constraints. Panel layout is super hard. Oh my god, it's so hard. It's so hard, and I always try to cram too many panels into a page. Hopefully I'll get better at that.
I'm sure you will.
Hope so.
Whoa, no, no.
Tips, have a good day at almost work.
I think I saw some sort of animal slash dog, maybe a fox or a cat.
Just now.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty big cat.
See you, Tibbs.
Bye-bye, Tim. Okay, so let's see. Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki. How would you draw this water? I know I ought to know, but I don't, so Miyazaki, won't you come on over? Show me how to draw just like you do.
Like you used to.
Like you still do. Like you always will. He'll never retire. I don't care what he says.
I guess he just doesn't know how.
No. One of the reasons that I love him.
You know what? I think after hearing about the experiences of Jacksepticeye and Aaron, when they were like they took a break from working so hard and they just fell into like purposelessness and scary depression type stuff. That's probably what Hayao Miyazaki goes through. He probably stops working and he's just like, I can't. Like, probably needs to.
I think he needs to. I think it's just like too much a part of who he is. Because I don't think he can stop himself from getting ideas. So it's either he just sits and doesn't make them, and it's like, well, I'm retired now, so I guess I can't. Or he's like, I can show people this that I have in my head. And it's do that or just sit and not do that. It's like out of the two, I'd rather make something. Palette Miyazaki. Yeah.
Miyazaki.
Beautiful.
Thank you, India.
You're welcome. Water. Gotta draw this water.
Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
Oh, get this stretch. Oh. Ah.
I've gone sort of abstract with the bare naked lady in here.
How's it?
Have like wispy tendrils, like in that piece that I really liked. This is completely just an exploration homage to that.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to explore new styles, new options.
Yeah. Hey, Fitzy.
Good morning, Claire. How are you? I don't want these to be quite so close together in terms of the shape on the side. How's everything, Claire? How's work?
Yeah. Are you on your commute? Wait. Probably isn't work today.
Nope. Is it another day off, Claire, because of the snow?
She's all snuggled up and looking at the snow.
Yep, sounds like it.
Well, thanks for joining us.
That's awesome.
You can look at the snow both on screen and off screen.
I'm so happy for you that you get a day off work. That's really cool. Snow days are the best because they're days when you're not ill, but you get an unexpected break. What are you going to spend today doing, Claire?
What are you gonna do with your newfound wealth of time?
Nate says, help, I've been snowed in at my in-laws since Friday. Oh no, I can't help you. I'm sorry. We'd send you a taco, but we don't have any tacos.
We have no tacos.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, how do you taco? You just write taco.
I don't know, find out.
Sort. Taco. It didn't work.
Nope.
Enchilada.
He loves the snow, but it's completely messed up. It shows Tech Week. Oh no, close to play.
Enchilada.
Is it good though? Does it give you like more time for designing the set? That's apparently what you're doing. Tonight was going to be a dress rehearsal. Are the tickets available yet, Claire?
Can we fuck you all them?
Straight on to Saturday. We may not have an audience.
Oh gee.
No!
No.
There must be tickets available then.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a bad week for snow to suddenly happen to you. I'm sure that there is some reference I can use on Sync Sketch for this.
Of water. Did you grab any of the Porco Rosso?
I'm sorry?
Did you grab any of those frames from Porco Rosso?
I haven't yet, no.
They were pretty good.
Yeah, they
that
were.
sequence with the plane taking off after it's something.
Repair?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, interesting. What place is that? Okay. This is what I'm looking at. And this shot here. Okay.
Hopefully your in-laws are fun to be around, Elaine. Snow apples for you all then. Aww.
Aww.
I see apples.
Apples.
I see apple. Get it?
Yeah, I get it's very good.
No.
It's very good.
No. Negative space on. They're nice people, but it's cramped. Cool.
Yeah. That sounds hard. Seems like that's maybe the type of thing I'm going for. More than this.
Elaine's currently trying to eat breakfast without the cat sticking her face in her coffee and bun.
Good. Yeah, good luck. That's going to be difficult. It's true, Ireland is absolutely not prepared for snow, ever.
So we've been given a 4 p.m. curfew, so we should go and get like food supplies. Maybe after the stream.
What would you be doing 4 p.m. curfew?
Like, don't go out of your house after 4 p.m. maybe?
What do you mean?
There's a storm coming.
What?
The big blizzard.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know, I'm just guessing from the fact that there's a curfew that people are being advised not to go outside.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh mean.
Yeah, I've not seen this much snow in a long time. India doesn't know of any storms.
What storms? I don't know of these storms.
How it's like all Indians don't know about it. People warned to stay indoors as Storm Emma blizzards reduce visibility to 0. Curfew warning issued to the Irish public amid Storm Emma.
Ooh. Kind of exciting.
Oh.
What is it?
Reopen, close tab, and stop that from playing. I closed the wrong. Oh, I don't play an ad. I stopped the wrong music, like audio from playing.
Oh.
Ireland is currently going mad over bread. Not a sliced pan to be found.
Oh no, really? Oh no, Mike, your bread.
My bread.
I'm sorry. Mike likes bread, especially stuff like sliced pans.
So yeah, we should probably go stock up some cupboards. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
You're just like, whatever.
Pretty much. Like, we need to do a Tesco shop, really.
I don't think we'll be able to do a Tesco shop.
I know, but what I mean is that we need to do a big shop, really, not a small shop thing.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
Yeah. But my response was that I don't think they'll be delivering just now.
No, I know. I wish we'd done it like a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
It's a Luba. Irish can't not have a bread and sliced pan in the cupboard. How can you make it a 2 crisp sandwich without bread? I was gonna say it's a 2 crisp sandwich. What is that? Just put your arm in it. I know, right? Bread with not beans, that's crazy. Also, you know what else is crazy? Patrick Stannard has never heard of beans on toast. He was really surprised it was a thing. Apparently in America, beans on toast just doesn't happen. Not a thing. Like, that's crazy to me. It's beans on toast. It's so good. It's a staple. But it's so good, guys. Beans on toast is amazing. You get some toast and you butter it so it's really nice, and then you get hot beans and you pour them over the top, and then you cut up the bread with beans on top of it, and then you eat it. So good.
I remember you talking to Patrick and his friend, it might be Nick, someone, and you were talking about beans on toast. And the response was just, why would you put beans on toast?
Why wouldn't you? I remember though when Rika was over here and she bought beans, and she was really surprised when she found out they were in tomato juice, like tomato ketchup, tomato sauce.
Yeah.
She was like, what is this? I bought beans. And I was like, yeah, that's how beans generally are in England and Ireland.
Yeah.
They come in like a really nice tomato sauce. They're like baked beans in tomato sauce, and then you put them on your toast. And it's not just like kidney beans or just beans with no sauce or anything.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they've been thinking until you showed them the picture. Like, why would you just put beans on toast?
Look, guys. This is beans on toast. Oh, and with cheese on it's great. There's a bit of cheese.
It does not look appetizing to me in the slightest.
It does, it's so good. So good. Beans on toast is delicious. Yeah. Sounds like you desperately need to discover what a tortilla is. We have tortillas too. But a tortilla with like refried beans and a ton of other stuff inside it isn't the same. Not the same. Refried beans, man. Not the same as beans on toast. Different type of bean.
It's a baked bean.
Baked beans and tomato sauce. A joy you have yet to discover, my friend.
Have you seen the Heinz Beans animation commercial? I don't believe so.
Are you answering for? Or... Oh, I see. I thought you were asking me and then answering.
Oh, I was reading
I didn't realise that Elaine had asked.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Night night, bend to a box. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
I know, dude.
Oh, I'm glad you got some good animations of Mento. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
Hello, koala dog.
I'm looking forward to going out in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on like so many layers.
We haven't done that yet.
No!
We've been stuck.
Hungry Days, couple noodles for life! So panic. Elaine's linked us the commercial for baked beans.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you. Oh my god, this is crazy. He really likes beans.
Whoa. Whoa. I wasn't anticipating something of this caliber.
Oh wow, is he old enough to go get a job now? He still looks like he's about 5.
Maybe he's applying?
He got a job! That was fast.
He's head of innovation. Wait, is this just showing that, like...
Yes! Beans on toast!
You can't really innovate on a classic.
That's how. Yeah.
He's trying to get it the right ratio for that one slice. Ooh.
She should just have been a bean with eyelashes. I will win her heart with beans on toast.
It's beans for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, she really liked the beans. That's how good they are.
Whoa!
His head's so big compared to her head.
Are you...
You're giving birth to beans!
Well, how far is...
We're gonna get to see them die too.
Is it gonna be
Oh,
the one for all?
Of course, but he's got stubble now. That's what happens when you become a dad. How dare you! It's better now that it's in a smaller can. I made them for everyone.
Why do you need... Okay.
Not malnourished. All happy and healthy. We get everything we need from beans.
The one for 1, the one for 2, the one for all, the little one.
Thank you, Elaine, for bringing that into our lives.
Crabbit was like, this is the up for bean ads. That was incredible.
Oh my goodness, I feel like I went on a journey then. I saw an entire life, Michael.
You saw many lives come into being.
Ah! come into being.
Oh shit, yeah. Ha! I didn't mean that at all. Fitz is like, why am I crying over beans?
There you are. Beans on your face, says Hardy. So beautiful. So beautiful. And that's fake beans. You just send that to Patrick.
His crash course.
This is how important beans are.
Too bad there's no bean emoticon. There must be.
Yeah, surely.
Claire's like, okay, I definitely need to get up and make some beans on toast.
Oh my god.
Come on this journey with me. Elaine's like, do it, Claire! Do it for those of us without beans!
Oh my god!
Yeah!
I have them! Oh, I want them.
We could get you beans.
Oh no!
We could try.
But what if there's no bread?
There might be no bread.
Like, how am I supposed to have beans on toast with no bread?
Oh.
But it's just beans. Which I will happily have, by the way. Like, many a meal has been just microwaving beans and putting cheese on top of them. We're gonna get some foam up in here.
Get your foam on.
Get your foam on. Get your foam on. Get your foam on. Get your foam on.
Elaine asks, does anyone have any tips for developing character personalities? Like, is there a balance to good and bad traits or something?
That's interesting. I'm not sure about a balance. Like, you definitely need a mixture of the two, that much I do know. I think a lot of character life comes out of contrast. And when characters do good things, it's nice to always have them at least tempted to do bad things, but to resist that part of themselves. What do you think, Mike?
I think you don't want to aim for balance. You always want to kind of feel like the character's leaning a certain direction, because you imagine, I'm picturing this as like, if you have your character and it's a cylinder, you don't want your cylinder to be perfectly standing straight upright, because that's not gonna be interesting. You want them to be sort of like, unbalance them in a way where it looks like they're about to fall. Maybe it's into trouble, maybe it's into danger, maybe it's into love, maybe it's into having something that feels like there's potential kinetic energy in that character to move them through a story.
That's so cool, Mike. I really like that.
Thank you.
It's a great way of thinking about it.
Thank you.
I guess my advice isn't quite so cool as that. But I would always advise making your character very much a part of yourself, and choosing some traits that you can identify with strongly, because it will help you to identify with them and write them, and it'll make them feel more believable. Almost all of my characters are just aspects of my personality that I have made into characters. And I find it much easier to write them because of that. And I feel they have stronger voices.
I think it's important to treat characters as if they were people that, you know, exist and breathe and want things and need things, rather than vehicles for your story. Because I'm in danger of that, of not really knowing who my characters really are. I just kind of know what they're going to do, but I need to figure out why they're going to do what they're going to do, why they're going to make the choices they're going to make, how that's going to influence them. They're sort of too blank slatey for me at the moment.
Right, that's interesting. So I think that using your characters as a vehicle for your theme is really helpful to your story.
Yeah, using your characters as a vehicle for your theme is, but not using your characters as a vehicle for your plot, which is kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, actually 100% true. There's nothing more irritating than characters acting out of character because it suits the narrative.
Yeah, like there needs to be a conflict here with this character, so this character needs to kind of 180 and feel this way about this situation.
Yeah, we've all had that frustration when we've seen stories where characters suddenly become extremely stupid and do ridiculous stuff because the plot needs to move along, and it makes more sense for the plot if they do that.
Yeah. We were watching a show recently and we couldn't help but like feel that and that frustration. It's like, if they just have a conversation, this
Wouldn't work then.
like, I know that the approach is like, oh, conflict creates interest in stories, but if you have a conflict that doesn't make sense, or
if it's
like,
not believable,
yeah, then you're like, this could be resolved easily, and these characters have already kind of learned these lessons. They should have grown from that experience and be able to like, how refreshing would it be if there's like, oh, there's going to be an upcoming like conflict with this, and then they kind of resolve it together rather than butting heads and then having to learn through external.
I had a theme before I had the characters for Go and Glim, because Go and Glim was made on an online course in character design, but on the online course they emphasise storytelling, and so I was very conscious of trying to use the lessons I've learned on the course in the project, because that's what they were teaching us, so I wanted to demonstrate that I understood. So on the course they very much taught us to approach things theme first. So I very deliberately did it for that project, so that they would be like, yes, she's learning, she's doing the job we asked her to do, good. So yeah, I had a theme and a general plot, or an idea rather, a theme and an idea, and then the characters kind of came after that.
That explored aspects of that theme.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Midge came first, and then I was like, okay, what companions does Midge need? And I assigned the rest of the cast. Yeah, Grog, I'm a big believer in the character lives and breathes by. The story lives and breathes by the characters in it. And character-centric stories are always the ones which grab me first. I did find that going with theme first for this helped me to create characters I felt told a good story altogether. Remember to save. Thank you, Trashbot, for saving.
Yeah, literally just save as well.
That prompt is so useful.
Yeah. Thanks for suggesting it.
You're welcome. I think theme is really misunderstood though by people. I think so many people think that theme is like friendship or love or hate.
Yeah.
Rather than an actual provable statement that you are arguing.
I think the same term has been applied to different things for different people, and the definition gets used and reused. But I do like that definition of theme.
Me too. It's sometimes called the armature as well. Some people would say it's the moral, but I disagree because it doesn't always have a moral value in that way.
Yeah, it could be an amoral kind of like lesson. You know what I mean? Like your theme could be the greed can prosper in the right circumstances or something. It's like, well, that's not really a moral, is it? It's amoral.
Yeah, or a moral could be everything's hopeless.
Yeah.
And that I would say that's not a moral. That's more a statement.
Like we, as a tribe of humans, we like to see someone go through adversity, learn how to adapt to cope with it, or like to deal with it, and make it out the other side in some capacity. Like we're drawn to that because it teaches us how we can apply those same lessons in our own lives. Like because it's abstracted into symbols of characters and story, and you recognize that, you can be like, what can I take from this? And that's why tragedies, if someone doesn't make it out the other side, hit us hard. Is that it's like they didn't manage to. But that can be used as a cautionary tale. It's like, if they chose this path, maybe you should try the path they didn't take. Almost. So in either case, there's always a lesson that you can kind of take away. But when you were saying that theme of everything is hopeless, and yeah, there's something in me that's just like, but no.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a way. One of the story pieces of advice that sometimes give people is if they could go back and tell their younger selves something that they've learned in the time between, you now and then you then, what would you tell yourself? What advice would you give yourself? And if you take that piece of advice and abstract that and turn that into a story, that's you being able to tell others of your experiences in the form of a story. Because you've all gone through stuff.
Everyone's got something to say.
Yeah. Even if it's something along the lines of, don't put this ingredient in soup because it sucks. You could tell a story about that.
Oh, Plague Legend of 1900 is really good. I really want to see that movie.
I've not heard of that. What is that?
It's I've only seen one scene from it, but it's a fantastic scene. It's a scene in which he is on a ship. I believe it's about a man who grows up on a ship entirely.
Oh, okay.
And then there may or may not be a romance in which he's one of the passengers.
Mm-hmm.
But of course she lives on the land.
Wait. Is there a scene with a piano?
Yes, it's the scene. So I showed it to you.
Yeah.
I love it. It's,
okay.
It's him on the ship playing the piano, and the ship is in a storm.
And the piano has wheels.
Yeah, so the piano is moving around as he's playing on it.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
I mean, it's so beautiful.
It's good to know that the rest of the movie is worth watching.
Yeah.
That must have been such a hard scene to film. I wonder if they like rigged like a room to be on a hydraulic.
More likely they just had a remote control piano.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Though.
Yeah, maybe. that would probably be less dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't want to go careening into walls or anything, would you?
Stupid.
Not stupid. I don't know if that's how they did it.
I can't get these legs. I need reference.
Reference so good. I bet Claire is eating delicious piece of toast right now.
She probably is, yeah. We'll go get you beans, don't worry.
No, it's toast! No toast!
We don't know there's no toast.
Creating characters is kind of fun, isn't it, Grog? Do you have a favourite type of character to make? Or is it like completely different every time? Character writing and character design have been the best bits of work in my personal projects. I would agree.
Yeah, Grog loves creating characters so much, he said.
Yeah. I think it's what we do it for, really. Is the characters. Like, you end up loving your characters so much. It's so much fun to work with them.
I think because they can take on a life of their own, given enough authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Like Claire Keane was saying that she would ask questions about what Rapunzel would do just day to day, and try and draw like, what occurred to her. But I think eventually she just started listening to that instinct.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, she said that she went home and just took days off work. There was just nothing to do, and she was like, "Well, what do I do when I'm bored?" And she started feeling like she got into the character's head more.
Yeah. Beans on Toast has been created, everyone.
No!
Yeah. Somewhere in Ireland, close to you, there's Beans on Toast. How are you getting on with the water animation?
It's being, I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm doing okay. I don't know. I need to play it in a sec. I'm gonna try to put it on ones.
Just like retiming it.
See what happens. That's better on ones.
Hardik says, when I draw characters, I'm never able to match the face with the body. Like something just looks odd with both combined. I'm either happy with the face or body or none. Like you feel like there's going to be a disconnect.
Well, do you tend to draw the entire body first, Hardik, and then add the face on afterwards? Or do you draw the face and the body and the head all at the same time? Like, it helps also to always make sure when you're drawing your body pose that you're making sure you know the direction your face is going to be in. So using those cross hatches, like the crosshairs, really helps. Because then you can build the face on top of it.
Croc says, use my solution, incurable same face syndrome. No.
That's the enemy of character design, Grog.
I suffer from that a lot.
I don't know if you do actually.
I do. When I'm not drawing from reference, I do the same face.
Fair enough. Put on basic shapes at the same time and add details separately. Yeah, I mean, I find normally the crosshairs help me a lot. But then, as I said earlier, I often think in drawings rather than movement. So I will like see an expression on a pose, and I'll draw the entire thing together. Super rough. We might have to head off, Ski Mike.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure streaming to you guys. I'm with you, India.
Aw, thanks, Mike.
I haven't quite got these legs down yet.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry's animation is amazing, isn't it, Hardy? Are you studying it at the minute? I remember when I drew characters, not water. That was fun.
Oh, you could jump onto the characters again, do a bit of character shot, and then come back.
Yeah, that's true. I could. Seeing Jerry running around.
You're giving India the jellies.
Yeah. I drew a character and I was like, this is nice. I feel like I know what I'm doing more.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah, tomorrow's Fan Art Friday, so I need to decide what I'm doing fan art of.
Oh, you got a list in your book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say it out, or?
Well, I don't know right now.
That's what I mean. Do you want to decide now?
No.
No.
I'll take my time with it.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for being cool people. Thanks for you. Yay.
Yeah. Thanks for you. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. And may the rest of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
Yay.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.